The news coming out of Medellin in the last year has been insane. If you haven't been following the situation, basically there's a crisis currently happening in which foreigners are going to Medellin, meeting girls and getting drugged, kidnapped, robbed, and sometimes, unfortunately, killed. This situation is so out of control that when you go to the official US government website, they specifically tell you to stay off dating apps like Tinder. Absolutely wild. Now, there's been a million different YouTube videos made on this topic, and with this came a ton of misinformation and speculation. But how bad is it actually? Today we're in Medellin, and we're gonna talk to my friend Thomas, who's a Medellin native and has lived there for his entire life. He's seen it evolve and grow into what it is today. So let's get right into his opinion on this entire situation. So have you seen all the videos on YouTube right now, Thomas, about the situation in Medellin, like with the foreigners and with the girls luring them to the hotels and dying or whatever?
Yeah, even in the newspapers.
As a local, like, have the locals seen the news about it?
Yeah, like of course there's a tendency in social media and YouTube about like how much have changed the situation of the city with the amount of foreigners that are coming, and also how this have effect in terms of security, people that have been murdered or kidnapped, all these kind of things. But also like, I think that the way most locals like know about it is because the newspapers are continually showing like, oh, this American guy, was trying like this dating app, and later he arrived at the hospital like almost dying, or this body was found. And I know it sounds so creepy, but after the pandemic, what the city started to like improve in terms of tourism, receiving more visitors. But at the same time, what is happening is like a city that is changing the reputation from the 90s of violence and narco traffic. Nowadays, it's crazy how the tendency is changing about like violence in terms of kidnapping and murders, especially with foreigners. And I think the main cause, based in my research, is how the dating apps, who have any control in Colombia at this moment, are the mediums by the ones where bodies have been found in mountains after hikes or...
But what you're saying is like, it's gotten worse since COVID, because I guess with COVID there was a new birth to the city.
Exactly, like
in the past year.
Yeah, in 2023, where like it started to appear in the news, oh, an American guy have been murdered. This body have been found. Was like in 2023 where this started to happen, and also the amount of robberies to foreigners specifically have also increased. And I know that of course it could like just give bad popularity to the city, but at the same time it's a true reality. They don't know much the city, it's their first time here, and there are like some risks or challenges they take that doesn't involve much conscience. Of course it's good to meet new people and get into local culture, but when you don't know Spanish, that's a big one. When you never have been in the city, when actually the people you're meeting have been through just social media.
I feel like at this point Spanish is mandatory in Medellin. I don't feel like, should we go?
Okay.
I don't feel like it's optional, because if you get into a situation, which is likely here, and you don't know what you're doing, you're just absolutely screwed. You're gonna have no clue.
Exactly.
Like probably a decent command of the language, not even beginner. I think you need to be like intermediate to advanced at this point in the game. If you're just coming for the women, obviously you're just gonna run into issues.
Exactly.
You know? Like if you're coming just for actual tourism and to see the city, and I think you're gonna be fine if you just aren't stupid.
And if you're meeting someone new, people don't know where you're going, and if this person doesn't have good intentions at the end, there's no way anyone realizes what is happening. But this is what is happening a lot. Like, men arrive, of course it's like something that happens specifically to men. But
I don't really hear of issues with females too often.
That's interesting.
Because they're going out to these places they shouldn't be going at the hours that they shouldn't be going there, I feel like, without a local's help.
I mean, like, if I don't know you, and I just have seen you like through an app like Tinder, and you invite me to like a really random place, like to your... I mean, it's a really tricky situation, because you can trust in someone like doing that way, because you're not meeting in a park or in a bar or something like this. You are going to a really specific place that something like a murder or a kidnap could happen.
Exactly. And Thomas, oh god, it's so loud, it's so crazy, right? Thomas has lived here his entire life, so he's seen everything probably at this point.
I mean, it's like, I can't say Medellin is like a bad or dangerous city that you have to avoid, or you have to be like really scared about coming here, or like, I'm not gonna use my phone, I'm not gonna use anything, so I'm gonna be robbed or murdered. It doesn't work that way, but with the dating apps, you're new in the place, so how you're testing your skill of being new in a place like this?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's also the other issues of like staying safe as a foreigner, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah,
not looking like, not wearing like crazy tropical shirts and stuff. Like, that's one thing, nobody here wears shorts. None of the local men, even the women, they don't wear shorts ever. So let me just iterate on this statement a little bit. Basically, one of the big things you want to do in Colombia is try and blend in the best that you can. Even if you're a white dude like me or whatever, you want to appear as integrated into the culture as possible so that you're not a walking target. There's a few rules that I personally abide by when in Colombia. And if you want to drastically reduce your chances of being robbed or having an incident, you should follow them. Number 1, like I mentioned briefly, shorts. This one might surprise you, and it's kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Adult men in Colombia do not wear shorts. Not in public, not even at home usually, from what I see. It doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside or 60, the pants are on. Why? They think that shorts are for kids.
Shorts.
For kids.
Shorts.
For kids. Silly.
Gringo. Gringo.
Can dream.
It's quite simple. The moment you're seen wearing shorts in a place like Medellin, you are tagged as a foreigner and a target in under a fraction of a second. They can just see it right away. It's so obvious, man. Number 2, the other most obvious thing in the world is don't wear expensive stuff. Don't be flashy, no gold, no watches, no chains, no nothing. Number 3, don't wear those touristy Hawaiian shirts with floral patterns, and this immediately screams, hey, I'm not from here, please rob me. And I know what you're thinking right now. Your buddy standing right next to you is wearing a goddamn floral Hawaiian shirt. Well, he's from Medellin and he knows the intricacies better than you or I ever could. So he can get away with it. But you and I, it's not the beach, it's not Miami, this is Medellin. Number 4, no flip-flops or sandals. The locals don't wear them. It's a big city with random objects all over the place. Don't be an idiot. This one's very basic and easy to follow. Number 5, study Spanish for 6 months before you come to Colombia. If you get into any type of situation in Colombia and you don't have a decent command of Spanish, or at least a basic one, you are done. Okay, you're cooked.
Ningún afternoon y ningún hello. No, ninguno. Aquí tú hablas español. Esto es un programa en español. Aquí se habla español. Aquí nosotros nos ponemos letreritos. Y tú te llamas Luna. Si no hablas español, te vas. Así que hablas español o te vas. Tú eres colombiana y lo que te corre en esa sangre es Colombia. Si no hablas español, te largas.
Sí, señora.
Listen, no one speaks English in Colombia. But to avoid sticky situations or not, knowing Spanish is going to allow you to interact with the locals and have a much better time here. Number 6, so back to the dating. Obviously, at this point, stay off Tinder. If you do want to play Russian roulette, make sure you get an Instagram that looks normal with a bunch of pics, Facebook, and get them to show some type of ID, as awkward as that question might come off. And then take a picture of the ID and send it to someone. And definitely don't just get a WhatsApp. If you just get a WhatsApp, you're asking for trouble, man, I swear. So get everything that you can if you're gonna meet up with someone. So if you guys stick to this, I guarantee you're gonna have an amazing time in this amazing country.
Because what is
Colombia
about having a good time? That's right.
Anyways, back to the video. Oh shit, Los Patios. Oh my god. What? They have a location here?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know that.
I think they built it not last year.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, another Los Patios. Damn. They have 3 buildings.
Yeah, but they
3
have
fucking
2
buildings. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So what happened with what you just mentioned before?
Yeah.
as Colombia and our context in the 20th century with violence, like being our country exposed to many migrations. So it means like the only mix we experienced was with the migration of Lebanese and Syrian people in like the 1920s, but they stay mostly on the coast. More than this, Colombia have been a country that just having like sharing culture with Venezuela, I think.
Yes, yes.
So when people arrive here, blonde, white, tall, I mean, you are not part of our culture, our system, because physically you look Colombian. And also, the way people were here, it's like, you can easily recognize when someone is from here.
Yeah, easily, yeah. They just have like a certain vibe.
Wearing jeans.
Everybody wears jeans.
Yeah.
Everybody has a certain type of haircut, certain hair color.
Yeah.
I try to get my hair, but my hair's brown. So like, I try to hit a Colombian cut. It didn't work out so well.
I think that what makes you different mostly is like the color of your eyes and how much tall you are.
Exactly. That makes me a sore thumb in that way for sure. Those are things I can't change at all, right? Unless I wear sunglasses, I guess. People don't wear sunglasses here, I find, either. People don't wear, even just gafas, like normal lentes gafas, nobody wears them.
I think people associate like use sandals or sunglasses with the beach.
With the beach.
And it's weird to see someone like in a really summer vibe.
Yeah.
Because we don't have like a lake or a beach or something. It's even weird when someone is wearing sandals.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're also from Latin America, like Brazilian, or if you're American or European, like wearing sandals, is something most people are not used to.
Yeah, exactly. It's a beach thing. We're walking to a Pueblito. What is it? Oh my God, so much going on here.
Paisa is the way people call people from Medellin. Village, like teeny village.
Tiny village, yeah, Pueblito, yeah, sí.
Exactly.
Exactly, Pueblito.
So we're gonna see the hill, but not yet because of this building, but we're gonna see the hill.
So you can kind of see it coming in right now. And I guess we'll see. My camera's getting hot, so I think I'm gonna give it a break. If you were a Colombian...
Yeah, I'm Colombian, for example.
If and I'm using Colombian and he's using Tinder.
Tinder, and like I met a girl and she's just standing like, hey, let's meet in my house. That is in the north, probably like, I don't know, in Popular or Bello.
Or like, exactly.
And you're like, first, I'm not around. Second, like, why in your house? Third, why not in a public place, like more center, more like good for both. If the girl doesn't speak my language, how can I trust this person truly have an interest with me? Even to have a friendship, like if we can't communicate.
How are you gonna know what their intentions or their plans are if you don't speak without a really good command of the language? Because those girls are gonna speak a lot of slang too. The ones from the barrios, they're speaking like crazy slang all the time. So it's like you're just there's so much going on with this topic. Okay guys, so that's gonna wrap it up. Me and Thomas were on our way over to the beautiful little town of Pueblito Paisa in Medellin. So if you guys want to see that video, I'm gonna leave it up right here when it's released, of course. So if it's out, check it out right now. Click that and let's see the good side of Medellin. Thank you for watching once again. Subscribe, like, later.